If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Hey there, guys. Welcome back to the Podkings podcast. Sitting down with Marcos. What you been up to, Marcos? How's your week been going?
It's been good, bro. Just been, the typical Marcos just working. It's been steady, not too busy like, last week how we talked about with that margarita and all that.
Marcos works at Uncle Julio's, by the way. It's
shout out.
It's a Mexican restaurant mainly located in Texas, I believe, right? Or
yes.
They just started expanding to more states.
They just started expanding. There's going to be one in, California. There's going to be one in, Colorado.
There's one in Oklahoma. I used to work there also. There's one in Oklahoma that one of our coworkers went to open. A couple of them did, didn't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's chill. Just steady. What else been going on? Not too much. Just the gym or what?
Yeah, just the gym, bro. Honestly, I've been looking at a couple tickets here, though. A couple EDM and concerts coming up. Talking about, jambalaya.
Oh, yeah.
How's that, man?
I actually bought the tickets last Friday, the pre-sale.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to get all day. I knew that they were going to drop the tickets at noon. So all day I was talking to Carmen, my girlfriend. I was talking to her about getting the tickets as soon as they dropped on pre-sale. Because they were starting at $25.
Okay.
And,
oh, wow.
Yeah, so
what?
if we could have got a ticket for $25, that would have been great. But
what?
Yeah,
no, they didn't.
That's what they were starting at.
That's
but you
insane.
had to be right there in waiting in line, no matter first on the page and everything.
Okay.
It was kind of at 11:45 or 11:50, they put you in this line to where whoever is on the website first would get put into the next website to actually go buy the tickets, and you didn't have much time to do it, so you had to be super quick with it.
Okay.
But and then once those $25 ones sold out, they would move up to $35 or $30 or something like that. And yeah, it just went like that, and then finally, and I was so pissed the whole time. I was okay, well, if it keeps moving up, hopefully we can just get them for under $50.
Yeah.
We didn't end up getting them until they were $70, but we ended up buying 4 tickets. We bought one for each of us, and then my brother had asked us to buy a ticket for him, and then her brother, she was going to surprise him with a jambalaya ticket because his birthday is next week. So she bought one for him too. All of them in Dallas, even though he lives in Houston, he's going to come out here to the Dallas one. And I guess all 4 of us are going to kind of go together. Maybe we'll Uber there or take the train or something.
Definitely shout out to Uber and Lyft, sponsor us.
Yeah, Uber sponsor us. Lyft, you can send one our way too. I
Honestly,
like both.
Man, here, this is the one thing. Lyft, man, you got to give me some deals here, man. I've been going through y'all for at least a year. And the first 2 months, there was save 30%, save 60%.
Yeah,
I don't get anything.
See, I've been with Uber for probably I've had a couple accounts because I got a couple different numbers last 4 years. The first one I had, it was all right. There wasn't too much going on. That was before that was 4 or 3 years ago. Then the most recent account I have is the last 2 years. And I guess they have this rewards program now, so you can be Uber Gold member, Uber Platinum member, Uber Diamond and stuff.
What does that even be?
Well, it'll give you if I cancel a ride and then book one in the next 15 minutes. If I cancel a ride because this guy's 20 minutes away, I'm I don't want to wait 20 minutes to get my ride. I cancel it and then get a new one a couple minutes later. It won't charge me the $5. Yeah, it won't charge me that. It'll get refunded back to me. Oh, wow. Yeah, and then
Hey, look, Lyft, take notes.
Yeah, right. It also gives me just multiple other benefits. If most of the time I think you can only have 2 or 3 stops, but I think I can add up to 4 now. maybe 5 different stops. It's pretty cool. You just got to move up. You got to spend your money more with them, and you keep moving up. If you like drop off for like a couple weeks, and I think they restart you over or something like that. But it's all right. You know,
I honestly need to check out Uber, man, because you don't understand. Like, my life is Lyft and Uber, so it's like the amount of money that I spent on Lyft should really be, rewarding me back.
Same for me. I mean, I go to these classes during the week, and I always get a ride there, but I always have to Uber back home. So it's at least 3 times a week that I'm Ubering home.
Really?
And I mean, it's only like $10 each time, but that builds up. But also, after you get like, I think if you spend like, if you get 500 points, the points vary because sometimes you get double points or triple points on certain weekends or something like that.
Yeah.
Once you get like 500 points, they give you like a $5 reward or like $20 in Uber credit. Like, it's like you get options and you get to choose between like these 6 different things that you want.
Wow.
I always take the $5 though for my Uber.
Okay.
And you get it every 500 points. There's no limit on it.
About how many points do you get per ride? Would you say? Is all depending on distance?
So like I said, I probably use it like 3 times a week. It's like $9-10, and I would say I'd get like maybe 15 to 20 points each time.
Okay.
And then
so they can add up. They still add up.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's certain weekends where you get double points and stuff. And there was one weekend or one day specifically. I'm not sure which one it was. It might have been around like New Year's or something, but it was like triple points on all your rides. So I was like, oh, I got to use this on this day, like specifically. And
imagine taking that for like jambalaya.
Exactly right. Good chance that they might have some point double or triple points going on with it that day because it's right around Cinco de Mayo. So maybe that week they'll just give double points down.
Cinco de Mayo land on?
I want to say it's like a Wednesday or a Tuesday. It's something like that.
Yo, let's see, man.
I'm excited. I mean, this will be the first Cinco de Mayo I don't drink.
It's on Tuesday.
Turn up on a Tuesday. Shout out Drake. Shout out McConan. We play some music, but we don't gonna get copyrighted.
Yes.
But yeah,
love y'all's music.
Yeah, the Uber's where it's at. I'm excited. I'm excited for this jambalaya ticket. I've been going for like the past 4 or 5 years.
I know, dude, and it's crazy because, like, man, we have so many crazy stories with jambalaya, bro. I remember that one time we got into that, accident.
Oh yeah, our first jambalaya, I got VIP tickets, and we took a party bus?
Oh yeah, the party bus. We took a party bus. Yes, we did with a couple of friends from high school.
More than a couple. It was probably like 20 of us on this party bus. Maybe 20, 30. It was a lit time. I was rolling tits off the Molly.
Oh wow, crazy times.
But then the second year we went, that one was a crazy one. Me and Marcos. So I was explaining earlier how I was trying to get these tickets cheap. Well, there was one year where me and Marcos were trying to get these tickets, and it was so last minute. We decided it was 2 years ago, maybe.
Yes.
We decided last minute,
like literally the day of, or like the night before.
It was probably like a couple hours before. We were like, all right, let's go to Jambalaya.
We were like, fuck it.
So we were looking online for tickets, and they were like $150 each. After we bought them, it would have been like $350. If not more for both because like taxes and everything. And like out of nowhere I hit up one of my old plugs who just like always has everything on deck. I was like, hey homie, you got some jambalaya tickets I could cop? He says, yeah, $75 a pop.
Oh wow, I remember that.
No taxes, nothing. That was probably and so we go get these tickets. Go to the liquor store, pick up a bottle of that Colorado High vodka. Sponsor us. Shout out Colorado High. And also shout out vodka. We pick up one of those bottles, and we're just zooming to Dallas. We got a couple blunts rolled up, a bunch of other stuff. Like, we just on the way. And I don't know how we did it, but we ended up killing a bottle in the parking lot right then and there. Like, as soon as we stopped and parked, we just killed this bottle real quick. And,
Crazy shit. Honestly, it was one, and it's crazy because, like, man, every year we try to make it a tradition where we go and have a good time,
Yep.
Because, like, an experience like that, you never know when your last day can be nowadays. It could be anywhere. It could be at church. It can be
in your bed, on the toilet if you're Elvis.
Exactly. You can freaking drink too much water and freaking drown from that. Like, there's
Exactly.
so many things. Remember that old show, 1,000 Ways to Die?
Of course.
Dude, that was crazy. That show was ridiculous. It was ahead of our time.
Yep.
It was ahead of our time.
So we get to Jambalaya. It's like probably noon. We sit in the parking lot because doors open at 1. We get there at like noon, 12:15 maybe. And we're like, all right, well, we got to kill this bottle before we walk in, before doors open. Chug down this bottle in like 30 minutes. Walk in, faded as hell. And, it was a great time. Probably one of the best ones I went to. Even the year before when I had VIP did not stack up to that year that we went together alone. It was an awesome time. We probably stopped drinking at like 2 or 3 because at that point it got super hot. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want to get dehydrated and I was already drunk. And then we're leaving at midnight and we just had the worst time ever after that.
I know.
There was too much traffic going on. And, there's too many people on this road. There's so much stuff going on. Multiple accidents as we're driving is insane. But, great concert. It was the best jambalaya I've been to so far.
And so, like, check this out. Topic. Like, imagine all those rappers that were there. But imagine nowadays, man, all these rappers getting shot up and all this stuff going on, like, what the heck's going on nowadays?
R.I.P. Mac Miller, R.I.P. X, R.I.P. Juice WRLD, R.I.P. Pop Smoke.
Pop Smoke.
That was...
Juice WRLD, man. Juice WRLD was a big one because, like, he was a youngster.
If...
He was coming up, man. He was going to be good.
I'm pretty sure that if Juice WRLD hadn't passed, rest his soul, he would have been at this jambalaya.
And we're not saying that any of these weren't at the same level, because there's a lot. Mac Miller, like,
of course not. I think X was at jambalaya one year. R.I.P. Peep.
Man,
that's the one too.
Another one right there.
Yeah, it was.
Man. Hey, but you know what? They're resting now. R.I.P. Rest in peace.
Not only them dying, there's also we got other celebrities dying, athletes.
Yeah.
Kobe. Did you know it's now been a month since Kobe passed? It doesn't even feel like it's been 30 days.
It's been a month already.
It's been about a month. Yeah.
R.I.P. man.
I've seen too much going on with it. Did you see the memorial?
Yes. Man, we really gotta respect his wife.
Oh, of course. Like, she was strong.
She's got some guts going up there after all this. Like,
she had a good speech.
When she posted that tweet, that everything was good. some big cojones.
It's what Kobe would have wanted, though. He's had that Mamba mentality to, even when stuff gets hard, you're going to push back harder, get through it. So
he just had the touch of a ball, man. Of course. Really could. He was working magic.
I would say
he was working magic.
People always say who's better, LeBron or Steph Curry, or LeBron or MJ. But honestly, Kobe Bryant probably the greatest basketball player and person in general of all time.
Greatest skill.
Yeah, he definitely had it all.
Dude, man, that step back was perfection.
Yeah, I mean...
He was a mamba, bro. He's just curved up in this...
Kobe, you already know.
Kobe.
Shooting a paper ball into a trash can, yeah. I mean, it's insane. I saw the other day that it had been a month, and that really caught me off guard. I've never really watched too much basketball, but the basketball I did watch was for the people and the teams that I liked. And I will say that a big Lakers fan. I've always wanted a Lakers jersey. Mm-hmm. And, Graham, shout out him. He bought a Kobe Bryant jersey like 2 or 3 years ago. And I think it was like whenever he first retired. Mm. And Yeah, I bet
Yeah.
it hit him kind of hard too, like knowing, I got this jersey hung up in my closet.
I have a friend, man, who literally wears Kobe Bryant's Under Armour shirt underneath his work uniform at Julio's, where I work at.
Really?
Day one, man. The day that happened, he cried. He had to leave work, bro.
He was at work that day?
Yes.
Oh, man.
He was at work, bro. He cried. Like, it hit him deep, man. Hit him deep.
Dude,
of course, he's fine now, you know.
I mean,
It's
yeah.
okay.
Like I said, that Mamba mentality, Kobe would want people to just move on, stay strong through it all.
Of course.
I can't speak for him because I never met him or knew him. But what I saw, in my eyes, that's my
He was a
opinion
good
on
man.
it. Yeah, he was a great person, great dad, great husband,
person.
great everything.
Yo, talking about basketball March Madness coming up.
March
bro.
Madness.
Hey, yo, so check this out. You know, a little bit about me. Birthday's coming up March 18th.
Oh, I forgot about that one too.
Yes,
The Pisces
yes.
season, right?
Mm-hmm. Pisces. Shout out to all the Pisces out there. We strong.
It's that double fish hitter, right?
That skelly shit.
Yeah.
So,
What are you planning for your birthday? What's
So honestly, dude, like I said, there's a couple EDM concerts coming by. We were thinking about Buku for a second, you know.
Buku?
In Louisiana, man, that would be ridiculously fun.
Dude, I
during
love
Mardi Gras.
Louisiana.
Lord.
Well, Mardi Gras was yesterday. Was Fat
right.
Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday. You do anything for Fat Tuesday or no?
I didn't do much. Actually, yesterday I went to had a really, really late birthday dinner for my brother. Went up here to Saltgrass and ate down on a fat steak. I actually saw a couple people, somebody you might know. It's this girl named Savannah. I'm not sure.
Probably, I don't know.
I think we might have went to school with her, but
Yeah, type of thing.
I don't know too much. But anyways, yeah, I had great steak, great mashed potatoes. It was awesome. What did you do yesterday for Fat
I
Tuesday?
worked.
You didn't even know it was Fat Tuesday, did you?
I did.
Oh.
I did. But we didn't really get hit too hard. I worked. And then afterwards...
Day and night?
Day and night.
Yeah. Well, that's chill.
Crazy stuff, man.
But
Crazy
March
stuff.
Madness, you got a team that you're rooting for, or what? What you
Honestly,
thinking
man,
on
I don't
it?
really be watching too much basketball. Like
Isn't it college?
basketball? Yeah. But, you know, I'm a big fan of Zion Williams. You know, he's been going off in Pelicans.
Yeah.
But he came out of Duke, you know, and Duke has always been like that team. They're like...
Duke is that team.
They're like...
And Notre Dame.
They were like that Golden State before this, like, these past years, you know,
Yeah,
when Kevin
last
Durant
two.
was there and all them people. They were like them, you know.
I would say, Duke, Notre Dame, Kansas. Those are like top three for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be crazy. I'm gonna try to see. I wish I would have kept up with more of it so I could like get in on one of those lineups, like those brackets and stuff. I hear that you can win up to like $10 million if you get like your bracket completely right, and that would be so awesome. I've seen that on Barstool before.
Yo,
so.
check this out. Quick question.
So
I've been having these conversations with people, seeing this and that. What's your favorite type of beer, man?
my favorite type of beer. Well, before I went on this sober journey, my favorite type of beer. Well, you gotta. The thing is, I'm a person who transitions with the times, so I like what's popular at the times.
Okay.
So, but one of the last drinks I had was a White Claw, of course.
Definitely White Claws.
Yeah, I know it's not a beer; it's a seltzer, but like
honestly, one of the best seltzers out there, man.
that, of course, better than Truly's. I hate
Mango.
Truly's. Yep,
Truly's, man, it's just the flavor, the taste is just too strong and it powers everything. So it's just kind of like a weird alcoholic taste.
Oh
to
yeah.
me.
Before I was drinking the seltzers a lot, I was drinking a lot of Coronas because shout out the Nelk Boys, throw us a sponsorship.
Hey, run
Steve,
the season.
Steve, I bet you I can shotgun a beer faster than you.
No.
I'm calling you out right now. Steve will
what
do
the
it.
hell?
I'll shotgun a beer faster than you, and that's a fact.
Oh wow, you think so, bro? You are a pretty good shotgunner, real talk. Okay, but yeah.
So I was drinking a lot of Coronas. Before that, my beer of choice, my go-to, my old trusty is Miller Lights. Now, my favorite beer that if I ever see it in the stores, I'm like, I gotta get a pack of this, is Leinenkugel's Summer Shandies. Those are my favorite beers of all time. If you don't know where it's from Wisconsin. Go to your local Total Wine or Specs. They'll probably have some Summer Shandies. It's a season. It's a seasonal beer though.
It is. I remember there was one that I really liked. It was like a berry one.
Oh yeah, that Berry Weiss hitter.
Oh dude, that was a good one. Summer shandies, man. Those bring back old times.
What beers have you been on and drinking?
So honestly, dude, like you were talking about White Claws. White Claws is a really good one for me. But I'm a big fan of Michelob.
Michelob's, yeah, that is your beer.
That's my beer, man. That's my go-to. Anywhere I go, I'm gonna order you a freaking Michelob.
Hey, that's true. I've been to Papa G's and seen you take down a picture of Michelob before. And
oh, definitely.
That's all you.
It's like drinking water, bro. Honestly, it's like drinking water, but you're getting drunk. Imagine that. Imagine going to a bar and you're basically drinking water, but you're getting pretty throwed.
Well,
if you drink like a maybe 13, 15, 20.
I would relate it to that, but I would say that them White Claws are definitely closer to water because you don't really taste too much alcohol.
It's like soda water. There's a difference.
I've been wanting to try those. I'm on the sober journey, but I do enjoy a nice beer. I've been wanting to try those Heineken 0.0s.
Oh yeah.
I want to test them out, check it out.
About these.
Like, how about one day I'll get a 6-pack of them Heinekens, you get a 6-pack of the regular Heinekens, or a tall boy or something, and you try both and let me know if you think they're similar in taste.
Different. Okay,
yeah,
I'm with it.
Because I want to know the difference. Can you taste the alcohol in it more? Can you not? Like, what's up with them? But we'll see. Maybe
is it true you can't drink O'Doul's?
O'Doul's, no, they have too much alcohol in it. It's I think it's 0.4, 0.5 maybe. I've seen that
I've
the
never
Heineken.
tried an O'Doul in my life, bro.
I refuse to drink an O'Doul. I refuse. Those, I've heard horrible things about them.
Really?
Horrible tastes. That's probably the worst beer you could get.
Oh wow.
I'd much rather drink an Old English or a Colt
45
or a Colt 45 or something before I drink an O'Doul's.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I mean, we'll maybe on the next podcast we can grab a couple and we can just check them out,
see what's up,
see the differences in them.
Okay, I'm with it.
The other night we were at Papa G's. I really wanted to grab one, but at the same time I didn't want to. I didn't want to go to a bar to spend like $5 on a non-alcoholic beer.
Bro, what do you do when you go to bars? Like, do you just get water?
Well,
honestly, that's not bad, man.
It wasn't. I enjoyed it.
It's not bad. I do when I get too lit. I just do that. If I go anywhere else, I order maybe a water and a shot. If
I actually had a really good time the other night. It was very unexpected. We couldn't really decide on where we wanted to go. Marcos said you just wanted some Asian food, so.
Shout out to Asian food.
Shout out them Chinese buffets. I haven't been to one of those in forever. But yeah, you wanted that. We ended up meeting up with an old friend. We went to the bar. I saw an even older friend of mine, and it was a good reunion in like separate locations, and then we had a good time playing pool.
Okay.
Marcos, you got that dub. You got that L at first, always. And then you had to come back with that big dub. Blow him out the water.
Dub.
Yep.
So dang, that's crazy. Man.
But you know what? Speaking of beers, did you see that mass shooting that happened at the Milson Coors factory?
I heard about it a little bit, but I heard it was like for Coors Light.
Well, yeah, Coors just like Bud Light and all of that make a bunch of different kinds of beer, and
of course. So did it happen like at the factory or the corporate?
The shooting took place at the Molson Coors campus in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And the mayor says that there was multiple fatalities. It was insane. This is all these shootings happen at like schools and churches and stuff, and in public and parades and stuff, and you feel for everybody that gets killed and murdered and.
So, like, let me ask you something, bro. Do you so, like, going on to all these deaths going on, and, like, have you heard maybe you've seen it, like, on, news or something, Red River is coming up, and, like, those part of the areas, it's like, man, what's going on? What's actually going on,
Dude, there's too much going
on. What's happening,
I mean, not only just these shootings, I've seen I read this thing on Twitter the other day where it said that the coronavirus was written about like 60 years ago in this book.
Well, the thing is, coronavirus has been around. This is just like what's happening right now. I guess is the outbreak of it, but it's always been around. I think it was in like, oh man, I really don't remember. Maybe China, something like that. Let me check.
There's a lot going on. I mean, back to this Coors Light thing. It's just insane because, you know, these shootings happen at all of these schools, churches, parades, all this stuff, and it's just people who are just out in public.
Mm-hmm.
But this is one of the first ones where you know everybody hates their boss going to work, or some people do.
Of course.
The shooter who did this shooting at Coors Factory was an ex-employee who had just been fired like a week or two before, and he came back and, you know, instead of taking revenge on the boss or the corporate or whoever, you know, laid that hammer down on him, he was shooting the employees, the people he worked with and talked to every day. I think that's the worst part about it.
Dang.
It's somebody you knew is the one who came back to hunt you down.
To kill you.
Exactly. It's insane, dude.
Like, imagine those last moments. I mean, you couldn't really imagine, but, like, imagine being in a situation where you could be led to that.
Exactly.
Just imagine that feeling.
If one of my coworkers or friends came up to me, like, came back after being fired with a gun, I'd be like,
what?
Example, Joe, Frank, like, bro,
like,
I know you. We talked about our kids before, dude.
Like, chill, man. Like,
yeah,
look.
I'm your friend,
like,
homie.
He's like, think.
And then you're just out. It's insane. I can't believe all this mental health stuff going on. It's, you know, people really need to go get help. I mean, you and I go get our own separate help.
Man, like, so like I've been doing research actually on this. You know, there's a couple documentaries and stuff like that, but. You know, people just need to be more aware of people around them.
Exactly.
I feel like people need to talk more. Like,
more communication.
More communication with each other. Like, there's a lot of rappers that rap it out there, but we all are here to love each other. Like, take care of each other, man. There's one purpose, and there has to be, you know, there's different purposes for each person. But in the very end, it's all going to be one purpose. You know?
You only got one life.
We want to get in through those gates. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to take care of each other and, like, ask how we're doing, you know. Exactly. I'm a bartender, so it's like I talk to a lot of people, you know. Mm-hmm. A lot of people spill out how they're feeling sometimes when they get, you know, a little drunk. Yep. And it's like, man, if I don't really talk to you, man, you probably end up killing yourself, you know.
Drive home drunk and not a care in the world if you hit somebody or end your own life. Yeah, you could give them that extra spark to that motivation.
Honestly, just ask someone how their day is, man.
You know, and
people take the small things.
I feel upset because I haven't talked to a couple of our friends who just went out of state. You know, I've been wanting to talk to Christian a lot lately, Dakota. Definitely. I see him post a lot on Facebook about, you know, how stuff's getting hard with his school. So, you know, I should, you know, probably after this I'll reach out to him, give him a phone call.
Definitely. You know, I'm
see how he's been.
Honestly, because
I mean, you and I.
A lot of people are, you know, they're our friends, man.
Exactly. We've known each other for close to 10 years now. Marcos, I've known you even longer than that, and the cool thing is we see each other more often. We live, you know, like not even 10 minutes away from each other. Sure. We don't see each other like super often, but we keep in touch, and definitely. I think it's really good. It's a healthy relationship that you and I got going on together. And that's how I imagine most friend groups have that like secure bond, but I see a lot of fake people too, and
dude, there's a lot of fake people out there, man. A lot of people that act fake just to get to you, but they'll act as a friend.
You know, it's hard to earn my trust if I don't know you, but once you got it, you got like my whole, not just my trust, but you got my whole heart, my mind even. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it though. I miss those guys
right here for you guys. The best sessions ever, man. We do this for not just, you know, like, honestly, this is for mental health.
Exactly.
This is good.
Marcos, you and I go to our own types of counseling. You know, I mean, it's not, you can call anything counseling. You get a mind relief seeing your son, I imagine.
Oh, definitely.
Spending time with your family.
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of triggers into having, you know, a good, happy mindset. Because, I mean, Nowadays, man, like we were talking about death and all that, like, what's the point of being upset?
Of course.
You know, the whole Kobe thing really kind of hit, because it's like, why be upset at somebody for something small when they could, you know, get ran over by a 18-wheeler the next day and die?
Exactly. I've had my fair share of, you know, almost life-ending experiences.
Yeah, dude.
It's not fun, dude. You gotta make sure you're telling the people you love how you feel about them. If not every day, just as often as you can.
As, like, saying, I do, like, I recommend and really think that y'all should reach out and do some podcasts out there. You know, let this be an influence.
You know, speaking of all this mental health, though, you know, I've seen in Canada this Walmart has this new thing going on called Walmart Health. It's not just their pharmacy. You can get... Do you know how they have, like, an eye doctor at Walmart, and they have...
Yeah.
Like, just various different things there, the pharmacy. In Canada, there's this store that opened up recently where they have their own dentist now.
What?
You can go get, like, random checkups from an actual doctor. The dentist visits are as low as $25. You don't even need insurance to pay that little.
At Walmart itself.
At the Walmart, yes, they have.
What?
It's a separate section or an added section onto it, so it's big enough for people to go. You can get a checkup, a dentist cleaning for as low as $25. No insurance, and
Is this healthcare?
it's almost, I would say almost free healthcare, even though it's not free because you're paying. But you can even back to mental health. They have their own trained counselors and therapists, where you can have a therapy session for as little as $1 a minute. So if you want to talk to somebody for an hour, it's $60 you got to spend, as opposed to just having to go find your own therapist and you know, looking online everywhere.
Bro, that's so crazy.
Yeah, you could spend like almost $150, $200 a session if you go look at somewhere else. You know,
who's the owner of Walmart?
I think his name's Wall.
Wall?
No. What's that? Wally. What's Wally short for?
Wally. Shout out to Disney.
Yep. Shout out Disney.
Hey, but no, for real though.
But it's awesome. It's only in Canada right now. One store in Canada so far has done it. I guess they're testing the waters. But you know, once that moves to the U.S., it's gonna be revolutionizing.
What?
It's amazing. What's crazy is you can go get your therapy session. Your doctor could like recommend, maybe you should go like try some melatonin if you're not getting too much sleep, or maybe you should start eating more vegetables.
Pharmacy that's right across the aisle,
or maybe you should eat more fruit or like stuff like that, and then you just walk right out into the Walmart and get whatever you need.
Dude, no, this is gonna be a game changer, bro.
Exactly.
I don't know if this is good.
The doctor's visits where you go get a checkup, or if you go to the dentist and they're like, here's your prescription. Walk right over to the pharmacy. They could probably boom, send it over in a computer. It's awesome. You know, I'm really excited for this to get over here. I don't have insurance. I used to have insurance whenever I worked for this company years ago, and I never really took advantage of it. I used it for certain things, but
we honestly need to get on that too, because I don't either, man. I had, and then it kind of went away for a little bit. But
well, you know what? Maybe during this next presidency, we'll get a good president who will change the whole healthcare just like Obama did.
True. I mean, yeah.
I mean, Bernie Sanders is doing as much as he can to get free healthcare for a lot of people. Well, if not free, just like at a lower price where it's actually affordable.
Is Beto still in it?
Beto has been out for a few months now.
Yeah, well, I don't understand. Yeah, unfortunately, like what happened there?
It'd been cool to get somebody from Texas up there. That'd been awesome.
True. Represent.
I mean, not just that stuff with Bernie though. He's also, one thing I saw on Twitter the other day was he wants to federally legalize weed on day one of his presidency if he wins.
What?
And if you would have seen this video, Joe Biden was right next to him. Everybody looked at him like he was crazy. Joe Biden gave him that O-face like this guy is saying this right now? I can't believe him. What's going on? Like, he's a crazy person. And if he wins, I think that could get a big
It'd be crazy,
vote.
man. It'd be crazy.
I think his stance on that and him saying that could get him like a lot of votes from a lot of people.
But dude, honestly, I don't know why it's not already legalized, man.
Exactly.
It's like Did we talk about the whole prostitution thing in our last podcast?
I mean, yeah, prostitution.
It kind of falls into that, category of business wise. Like you want to open these things, economically be a little more stable, dude. We're probably in the billions of owning people money, of owing trillions, bro. Like our debt is ridiculous, probably by now.
I think the last time I saw the national debt was in high school, and it was like, I think it was $4 trillion.
That's ridiculous.
It's probably doubled since high school, but
that's ridiculous.
It's insane. Yeah, of course. If
you want to play some big boy money, bro, you gotta legalize it.
Get into the weed industry everywhere.
You gotta get into this weed industry. Get a job in it.
It's not just weed. It's the hemp. What you're using, the leaves and stuff and everything from the buds. Turn that into more stuff.
Stock wise, man, you want to jump in that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Shout out to the weed industry stocks. Hook us up. We trying to get in this.
Any weed company that wants to sponsor us, throw it our way. We would.
Not saying that we do it because we on those papers, but
we'll gladly accept any gifts you guys want to send us.
We are hardworking men who are wanting to make money.
Of course, that's what this podcast is about. It's us two hardworking men going through our lives. We're doing what we can. And I think we've got interesting viewpoints on everything.
True.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully if he gets elected, I think that stance he just put down. He said all 50 states federally marijuana will be legalized. That means even the most conservative state, the last one that would ever legalize marijuana, like Texas, like Alabama, like all these other southern states, no matter what, it's going to be legal.
Okay.
So I think it'll be insane. I mean, I really hope that that's going to bring a lot of voters out. I just hope that those voters don't forget to go vote because, they might be stoned and be like, what was I supposed to do today?
Right. No, yeah, that brings a good topic up. If you really want to be in charge of your own future, go out and vote.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out and vote,
one person's vote is never too little. It could be that one that the person needs who needs it.
You really want to make a difference out there, show it by a vote. I know people out there are felons and stuff like that, and I'm sorry y'all can't vote, but man, brings up a point, man. We gotta take out those people that really don't deserve to be in jail. We gotta take them out, let those people have a life. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
My gosh.
I don't agree with a lot of what President Trump has done, but the few things that he's done, I mean, along with celebrities like Kim Kardashian, I thought that was amazing, letting that African American woman free from jail after she had been caught with a tiny amount of marijuana, weed.
Yeah.
There's certain things that he does that he should apply to everyone in the world, not just hand-selected people. You know what I mean? But, hopefully we get him out of office. We can get some real people in there. Bernie's my number one. Everybody else I think is not too conservative, but not conservative, but just a little bit not on our side,
They're just not informed. Exactly. I feel like we should get ourselves more informed. People out there should be more informed.
Exactly. If anybody wants to...
UFOs are real.
The earth is flat. No, I'm just kidding.
Get the...
Marcos doesn't believe that.
No, I am not an earth flat. What are they called?
Flat earther.
Flat earther.
But, it's a lot of stuff going on in the world. There's never nothing too small to talk about. Nobody too small to make a difference. We got a lot going on. I'm excited for this year specifically. 2020 is going to be a good year.
Hey, 2020 is the year, guys. Go out there.
100 years ago, there was a Great Depression, but in the teens, in 1910 to 1920, and I feel like we just went through our own Great Depression in the 2010s.
You think so?
It was a good decade, but
Dude,
I
a
thought
lot of
it was-
iPhones came out.
I thought it was very slow. I think this decade is going to be just how it was 100 years ago. 100 years ago, they had the roaring 20s where everybody was making money.
Oh, dude,
a lot
a
of
decade
jobs
just
came back.
ended. I forgot.
Exactly. So now we're in 2020. I think this is going to be a good year. It's already started off pretty well. You know, we've started this podcast. See where it goes. I'm on my journey of sobriety right now.
Definitely.
We're just doing a lot of good things.
By the way, guys, if y'all have like any questions or like like any comments,
yeah, feel free to
Yeah.
DM us on Twitter, Instagram.
let us know. If you any topics y'all want to talk about, we'll talk about it on the podcast.
Exactly. Soon we'll get our own. We'll get a business line. You guys can send us some voicemails. We'll record. We'll listen to some of them on here. But
Definitely.
I think this is gonna be a good year. What do you think, Marcos?
Definitely, most definitely. 2020 is the year, bro.
Yeah.
2020 is the year.
Well, as we start to close this out, what are you doing this weekend?
You know me, bro. We're doubles on the weekends, but hopefully,
You closing on Saturday?
yeah. Unfortunately,
Damn.
yeah. I might get lucky and get like an extra.
That'd
Maybe
be awesome.
get out a little earlier, but usually on Saturdays I work that fat double.
Yeah.
Good money. You guys stack
Fat
up.
double, fat money, right?
Definitely.
You about to buy a car next week, so
Hey, yo,
everything you make.
Shout out to the homies out there.
Yeah, I guess this weekend I'm not gonna do too much.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Probably watch. I finished this one class that I've been doing on the weekends on Saturday. It's my last day.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. Besides that,
That's good.
probably just chill at home Saturday night. Watch the UFC fight night that's going on.
Yo, when does Romero
and Adesanya for the title March 8th.
Oh, dude, we gotta
Next
watch
week,
that.
I think.
Shout out to UFC.
Marcos, come on by.
That's that good shit.
Or we'll meet up with Arturo and Zandy again. Maybe we could all watch that fight. It'd be crazy.
True.
Speaking of that, did you hear about Jose Aldo and Henry Cejudo fighting too? Boring fight. Don't watch it. For real. I hate Triple C, Henry Cejudo. I hate that guy so much. Shout out what he did for the Olympics in America, but I hate that guy. But anyways, yeah, if you guys got any questions, comments, stuff you want to hear us voice our opinions on, follow us on Twitter, Instagram. Mine's Damian G 2015. Marcos, yours?
Yo, my Snapchat. My Twitter at 17 Marcos Lopez. Just hit me up. Let me know what's going on. And honestly, guys, if you want to follow me on Snapchat, don't be sending me no crazy shit. But
No dick pics, dudes.
get the definitely not. You're getting gay. It's gonna be Marcos 18. Okay, Marcos 18. Hit me up.
Marcos, how do you have 17 Marcos Lopez and then you have Marcos 18?
I know, right,
What's the
bro?
difference?
Hey, bro, your homie was young. Okay.
Yeah.
I know that's crazy, bro.
My Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat are all the same. Like I said, Damian G 2015. Give me an ad, give me a follow, send anything you want our way. Sponsors, we need some. So if you got somebody who you think can sponsor us, send them our way too.
Definitely hit us up.
Well, we'll see you guys on the next podcast.